All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of the RPG Academy presents Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Really, that's what we're calling it.
How many dragons have we heisted at this
You
point?
guys have heisted three. Three dragons have been heisted so far.
One was a golden dragon.
A golden dragon.
One was a rainbow dragon. One was made of chocolate.
That was the good one.
Mm.
We just ate it.
So delicious.
Yes. Okay. So we're back at it again. So I am Tom. I am the faculty member representing the RPG Academy. I will be your dungeon master tonight. All right.
As opposed to the different nights where we have a different dungeon master.
It is.
Yeah, Tuesday nights are just like free for all.
This is like I pointed this out in episode. Go back and watch episode 1. There's a different man. There's a beardless Tom.
A beardless child.
This is the darkest timeline, Tom. Welcome. I will
He's
be
got
your
a felt
dungeon
goatee
master tonight. All right. So now what I want to do though, we're gonna go around the board. Troy,
am I
yourself.
Clockwise or counterclockwise?
I don't know, man.
This board?
But we're going with you first.
Okay, I am Troy. I represent myself, and
and me. You represent me.
Do I represent you, Tom?
What's that?
All accounts and transmissions of my voice are broadcast with the express written consent of me, Troy Hufford. I am playing Valbar Mundy, who is just like the most wonderfulest, cute, ugly little druid gnome, and he owns a house.
You do.
/ bar. Is it like a hospital too? I don't know. We haven't really decided what we're doing with the second floor yet, but
it's in a work. The license, you guys are still working on the licensing and the permits.
That's right. We got to get those permits. We filed our paperwork, and it just, all this bureaucracy and red tape in Waterdeep is just too much.
Yep.
But we'll get there. And so yeah, that's Valbar, and he's just
our good purple gnome. All right.
He's a good, well-dressed purple gnome.
That's right. And introduce yourself for us.
Hello. My name is Jake, and I am playing Macon Kent. I am playing the swab overpowered bard.
It's so overpowered.
Oh my gosh! Because the DM let me run away with a +3 rapier.
Guys, this is how I dungeon master. My players are like, "Hey Tom, can I have this?" And I'm like, "I don't want to read about that." Yeah, sure, why not? You can have that. and here we are. Okay,
here we are. I'm the tank bard. So get ready
you heard
for
it
that.
here first.
Yeah.
What page is that in the book?
It's not in there. It's in my brawn.
That's right.
But I do have a lot of other skills besides stealing swords. And that is mainly heisting.
You guys are all really good at heisting, as we have shown so far in this actual play. You guys, done so many heists. Stolen about. You guys have literally only stolen a hat.
Spoilers! They have to go back through all the episodes.
You'll see what I'm talking about.
Go look at all the episodes, all the dragons we've heisted. Yes. We stole a boat.
You didn't steal a boat. You burned it down.
I stole some sand.
You did steal. I did do that. We're gonna don't worry. We're gonna deal with your
sand pact with the devil.
Yeah,
my sand pact.
The pact with sand warlock. That's right. Let's do some recap. All right. So last 2 episodes, you guys got mixed up with Jarlaxle Bangonair, the new kid in town. Hot stuff, coming in, acting all like he's the purple man. But you guys showed him. Stole his hat, burned his boat, So
as you do.
As you do when somebody moves into town, you just let me steal your stuff, burn your stuff.
Hi, neighbor.
Burn what I
Hey,
can't
I'm gonna
steal.
burn your boat.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys found also. We had some foreshadowing. It's the summertime. It's very hot. You found out about that the castle lanterns, super rich, live in the Sea Ward. You guys like to keep tabs on that.
SeaWorld?
Sea World.
They live
Fantasy
at SeaWorld.
No, it's the Sea Ward. It's a ward of Waterdeep. And then also, you guys may have gotten your buddy Zoblob in a little bit of trouble just because he's a purple gnome. Valbar, you are also a purple gnome. Jarlaxle is
True.
looking for a purple gnome with a purple hat. You guys gave Zoblob a purple hat. That was not the hat that you stole, because we're going to talk about that. We're also going to do a little thing that I want to start doing called the campaign update. All right. This is for our viewers, and this is also for me. All right, because so much stuff happens. First off, you guys, give me an update. How much gold you got?
First of all, this update is brought to you by, and then that's the part where you insert.
Okay,
who this
I'll
is
do
brought
that
to
in
us by.
post. All right, how much gold? What are we talking about?
Well,
I've got.
go ahead.
No, I insist. You go ahead.
Okay. I have 215 gold pieces, but what I have more of is life lessons. Because I have so many skills right now, it is ridiculous.
Jake, I don't want to hear any more about your skills.
I'm good at acrobatics and deception and intimidation and investigation and perception and performance and persuasion and sleight of hand and stealth and survival, and I got thieves tools and a forgery kit and a disguise kit.
Yep. Okay.
Which is worth more, a couple pieces of gold or all of that life lesson?
Right. Give a man a
How
fish.
much can you sell that life lesson for, you think, on the open market?
I'm gonna use it to heist even more gold.
Hey, quick GM tip. Remember, we're the RPG Academy, so we also, like to lay down some of that sweet advice. Never let your players be a bard. All right, so Troy, how much gold do you got? Or Valbar?
I have 266.
266. That's a lot of
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had written it down incorrectly before. I had written, instead of GP, I put BP, and that's not a thing.
So the other thing I want to talk about is gold. You may only have 266 Valbar, but gold is not the only form of liquid asset that we can acquire. So
that is true.
We're going to move into our next part of campaign update. Tell us about some magic items or just some really cool items that you own. Valbar, kick us off.
Valbar would like to start. So Valbar spent his time over the holidays. During this break, right? They had a holiday in Waterdeep.
Summer solstice.
Summer solstice.
And Valbar learned all about summer sausages. And he was trying to make a goal to have the most magical charcuterie board that Waterdeep has ever seen. So we've got meats, we've got cheeses, we've got more meats, so we've got a little bit more cheeses.
So for magic items, I'm writing down charcuterie. Okay, that's served exclusively at Trollskull Manor.
That's right.
That's right.
Get it while it's hot.
That's right. Well, no, a hot charcuterie. You're supposed to serve at cold.
Well, no, while it's hot outside.
Okay, while it's hot outside.
Yeah, and the sign outside says "Get it while it's hot."
Okay.
And then in parentheses it says, "I mean the weather."
All right, make it.
Well, man, I don't even know where to start.
Give me top 3. Give me top 3.
Top 3.
Top 3.
I have a +3 rapier.
What are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna stab some people with
okay.
it.
Magically.
I have a hat of disguise.
Okay, that's the purple hat.
Yes. And finally, the most important magic item that I have is a purple stuffed beholder.
Do not forget about the purple stuffed beholder.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And let's move into our next spot. Goals. What's Macon's goal?
Well, of course, Macon wants what every good board wants, and that's fame and fortune. And secretly, he just wants a home where he can come home to his family and not have to worry about going to work, and he can just do whatever he wants. He can go out and play at Trollskull Manor and not have any competition like some kind of sleazy guy that has this guitar with only 3 strings.
Hmm.
You know, like that's all he really wants out of life,
Is it?
and also lots of money. You know,
Okay.
so,
Okay. All right. I see what
but, yeah, that's the long and short of it.
you're saying. All right. Valbar, what's the goal? What's
The
the end game
goal?
here?
Oh, well, I mean, pretty much episode 2, Valbar accomplished his end game, or
Yeah.
what he thought was his end game,
Mhm.
of being a homeowner and having lots of, assets. Not necessarily liquid assets, but more fixed assets in terms of the property. But now that he's got that, he wants to make a name for himself, have some companionship. Initially, he was going around with Macon and just trying to like get his money back after Macon robbed him. But now he really wants that sense of camaraderie and wants to like make a difference in the community, that type of thing.
Okay.
Was that like too deep a cut? Like,
No, it was good. I'm just trying to. I don't know. Roll deception, maybe. No, no. Okay, so let's move on.
oh,
Our last 2 parts of campaign update. I want each of you guys to tell me one friend that you've made on this journey. Valbar, hit me with
I
it.
feel like I feel like Volo and I have gotten a lot
It's
closer.
that V, man. You guys both got that V
Uh,
name.
I know we're the V brothers, so
Vibras.
we're gonna start we're the Flying V's. Is that
Okay.
copyrighted? Is that a thing?
No, dude,
Can we use
you've got
that?
it. You've
All
got it.
right, we cleared it.
You've heard it right here
All
first.
right, hold on. Yep, legal department says it's fine.
Cool. All right. Macon.
I don't remember her name, but there was this female bard
Oh,
that taught her to
Jewel
juggle.
the Juggler of the Juggling Clans of the
Yes.
North.
Mm.
I felt like she and I really got along because I think Volo kind of finds me annoying, and I think most people probably find me annoying.
Oh, yeah, just a little bit.
Also, can you get rid of? Oh, there it goes. That mouse was on my face.
Sorry
So
about
how
that.
do you? So Jewel, does she have like a jagged tooth? And is she like an American singer, songwriter, musician, producer, actress, author, and poet? Like that Jewel?
Yes, that's pretty much it. You've
Okay,
you've got her pinned down. All right,
okay.
so
Crack the code.
we'll start with Macon this time. Last part of campaign update. Enemy.
3 strings.
Okay, 3 strings. It is.
I mean, there's a lot of backstory there that has kind of been glossed over,
Yeah.
and it's really all stemming from our days in training, where he was like the Draco Malfoy to my uh, Harry Potter.
One man's Harry Potter is another man's Draco Malfoy.
Well, I just want to be clear that I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I know lots about Harry Potter.
What is name your top one thing about Harry Potter?
This is the other part of
Magic.
campaign.
Magic. It's that's my top thing about it's the magic.
The magic. The magic. You've heard it here, guys. The magic is the best. All
The
right.
magic's the best part.
Valbar. Enemy.
Patroness.
I feel like over the course of the holiday, Valbar, in trying to like get close to the community, has become closer with 3 strings, and that has made him an enemy of Macon.
So literally, my enemies that I've listed are 3 strings and Macon. All right, so let's kick this off. Let's get going. All right, so we are Trollskull Manor. This is it. Valbar, let us know. Tell us a little bit what's going on tonight at Trollskull Manor.
So we're prepping for the grand 3 strings opening. 3 strings has been kind of prepping himself for this big show. We're gonna have a giant like blowout monster concert. The drinks are gonna be flowing. The charcuterie boards are gonna be
flowing,
spinning. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, spinning. Yeah, these are like magical charcuterie. Yeah, they're magical charcuterie boards. They don't like. There's no server per se. They just kind of like float from person to person, as they do.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like you kind of said, the Trollskull Manor has now been open. All right. But this is kind of like the first, you guys have advertised for it. Three Strings is going to be playing. I assume Macon, you'll be playing as well, right?
Oh, well, I have a plan to get on stage. It's okay.
Okay. You guys, you've kind of got that all figured out, that plan to, interject story into this where I don't know. This is, it's fantastic. All right. So let's go ahead and kick things off. You guys, it is evening time. You guys told Three Strings it was going to be a Tuesday, because who doesn't love going to a grand opening of a bar on a Tuesday?
On a Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right. So you guys have the everything is decked out. You guys have the red carpet is rolled out. You've got the gold chains. You've got all of the torches that are lit. There's just you've got like I feel like you've hired some amateur mages that are just doing like prestidigitation outside. Like you just make it sparks and everything. All sorts of drink specials. And Three Strings is on stage. He's tuning up his guitar, his 3-string lute, actually, not a guitar. And things
he
are
calls
just
it guitar, though.
guitar.
That's his pet name for it.
It's going to be a rip-roaring time. So we're in the bar. Volo's behind the bar. Valbar and Macon, you're standing right next to each other in the middle of things, observing the fruits of your labor, your hard work, a packed house. What are you guys talking about?
Well, I definitely need to go talk to Three Strings before he goes on. So I'm telling Valbar, I'm like, well, Valbar, we seem to have done quite a wonderful job getting the people here. I perhaps should go give Three Strings a bit of a pep talk before the festivities begin.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, one artist to another, I feel like that would be probably some valuable information that he could have.
It's true. It's very true.
Okay. So you go over to Three Strings?
Yeah, I'm going to go behind the curtain to talk to Three Strings.
All right. You go up there behind the curtain, talk to Three Strings. Three Strings he's behind the red curtain. Just kind of, I'll go to move you up there. He's behind the red curtain, just kind of, doing whatever sort of tuning you do on a lute. I don't know. I'm not a musician. All right. He's just, doing his little thing. He's maybe singing some chords. He looks up and he says, Macon, look, I don't want any trouble. Just Valbar hired me. I'm just here to play. I'm just here to play.
I know. I've come to terms with that. I mean, after the summer solstice, I've had time to think on how we should conduct ourselves under business.
Okay. This is a change of demeanor from you, but I mean, I'm all for, artist collaborations and whatnot.
It's true. It's very true. And as one changes chords that I'm going to strum on my lute, it is easy to change one's attitude.
Okay.
And as I'm strumming those chords, I'm going to go ahead and cast suggestion on him.
Okay. And
he has to make a wisdom save.
Okay. I got to make a wisdom save.
Yes. Don't lie.
I'm not.
Don't you lie.
I'm not going to lie. I got a 17.
Dang it.
Three Strings
Oh, wait.
Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, I have an inspiration.
Okay, yes.
I'm going to use my inspiration to make him roll disadvantage.
You can do that? Yes, you can.
Yeah. Yes, I can.
I rolled a 5.
Yes!
In Valbar, real quick, you don't necessarily know what's going on. You just saw, Macon go behind the curtain where Three Strings was, setting up his kit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Macon, what do you do?
I'm going to suggest to Three Strings. And so here's sort of the long and short of it. I can suggest a course of action
Mm-hmm.
and magically influence them to do it. And they basically do it as long as it's reasonable. So, like asking them to stab themselves or
Yeah, that's
throw
not
them
reasonable.
isn't going to work.
What if they're depressed?
And so, what I'm going to suggest to him is that, hey, so halfway through your performance, you should break your lute and call me on stage to perform to finish out your set.
Now, would this be the same as stabbing yourself? Because to a musician, a lute would be part of them.
So you're telling me that I'm going to, middle of my set, I'm going to smash my lute like a maniac.
No, you're not gonna. No, you're going to break a string.
Oh, break a string. I heard you incorrectly. I'm going to break a string.
Yeah, playing with such soul and vigor that you just simply pop a string. It happens all the time, and it's not unreasonable that a musician in the throes of a major performance wouldn't break a string by accident.
And when that happens, I'm going to need to call you on stage because the show must go on.
Yeah, the show must go on.
Okay. That sounds like an amazing plan.
It is. It is truly.
Um,
My goal here, out of character, is because Three Strings has a bit of a following, and so there's gonna be a lot of people here to see Three Strings. But this will get my name out in front of Three Strings fans, and maybe I can steal some of his fans by being awesome.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do here. Trying to not necessarily discredit. You're trying to show them that there's
better.
There's better. Okay. We're gonna when we get to that, we'll do that. So
If it happens in the next 8 hours.
Okay.
So
yeah, this show's tonight. Okay. Where do you keep where are you keeping all of your stuff? Like Three Strings is setting up his set.
I mean, all I need, I have on me. It's just my lute and my brilliant hat.
Okay.
And shiny sword.
Okay. All right. So, Macon or Valbar, you see Macon come out, and you see kind of the curtain kind of part a little bit, and you see Three Strings kind of give him a bro fist. Gives him a bro fist. As and he's like, I got you, man. And he looks at Valbar and he's like, it's gonna be the best show tonight.
And Valbar just smiles and nods, and he looks at Macon. He goes, "Macon, you really made amends with Three Strings, huh?"
It's true, absolutely.
Okay,
that's good. I'm glad to see you guys are getting along.
At that same point, Valbar, is there anything that you're trying to do right now?
So, while Macon was back, talking to Three Strings, I was just at the bar, just complimenting Volo on his good job, helping us set up for the party, and at one point I say to Volo, I'm real proud of you for putting in all this work. But
it's no problem. I quite enjoy myself.
But I do have a favor to ask of you.
Oh, speak, make Valbar. By all means.
This show cannot fail. If you see anything out of the ordinary, if Three Strings needs so much as I don't know, if he needs 2 degrees cooler in here, we can, put some ice and spread it around. Whatever he needs, we need to make sure that it is done.
Okay. I you know what? If there's anybody who knows more about strange happenings, it's me. It's Volo.
That's right. That's why I'm talking to you about it, because you're the man.
I've written so many books about weird stuff. I mean, never anything about a tavern or shows, but you know what? There's a first for everything. He's going to pull out a blank notebook, and it's going to say, Volo's Guide to Performances. And he's going to be like, you know what? Page 1. Get yourself.
Wouldn't that be covered under Volo's Guide to Everything?
He's gonna.
Well, that's the whole book, right? There's a chapter within.
No. When you say that, he's gonna take this blank book and just throws it. He's like, "You're right. It's already done. It's already written."
I forgot that chapter.
Got it. It's all good. It'll be in the next printing. All right.
Oh man.
So the crowd is starting to get all. You can feel the excitement. Almost when things are about to really get going. Macon. In walks a figure, a hooded figure.
Is it purple?
It's not purple.
Oh, good.
Slender figure.
It's Slender Man.
We're all dead. All right, the adventure's over.
Yay!
Let's try this level again.
All right, no. So this figure is going to kind of approach the bar, kind of underneath the shroud of the cloak, is going to look right at you, Macon. And you see that it is Jewel,
The girl?
the juggler. She's going to kind of step close. She's going to step up a little bit next to you. She's not going to take her hood down. And she's going to say, Macon, this is the Trollskull Manor, correct? You're
yes,
here?
I'm here.
So let's not forget, she witnessed everything that transpired. When, for those who don't know, at the dock ward there was Jewel she's a member of Jaraxel's troupe of entertainers, and she was juggling, and Macon gave her some very, very good tips, told her that if she ever wanted to come perform, practice, come over to the Trollskull Manor. And then approximately 30 minutes later, she saw Macon burn everything to the ground, say he's part of the Xanathar's Guild, and but now,
allegedly.
And now she's here though. She's like, "Can I speak with you in private?"
Sure.
She's gonna take it. She kind of points over to a corner table.
I follow.
There's people at the table.
Excuse me. Fine.
A big orc says,
Scatter!
"What do you want?"
How would you like a drink on the house?
Sounds good.
Well, all you have to do is go to the bartender and say that you heard that little gnome over there call you a derogatory word, and he'll give you a free drink.
What?
It's true.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my life. But you know what?
Yeah, do it.
Free drinks. Why not? And he's gonna get up with his other half-work buddies, and you see them talking to Volo for a second. All right, and so the table's now cleared for you. She's gonna kind of sit down and kind of take off her hood, and she's going to say, I don't know if you're truly part of the Xanathar Guild, but you helped me. I have never been helped before in my life.
Wow, sad life.
It truly is, and I'm sick of it. I'm ready to be out of Jarlaxle's iron grip. He shows this face of happiness and contentment, but it is a nightmare. Please, allow me to I just need a place to hang out. I just want to be around people.
Well,
she kind of puts her hand on your hand.
Well, I'm taken. Sorry. I pull my hand back. I understand that I'm very suave and debonair, but my heart belongs to another. But that being said, you are more than welcome to stay here as a friend.
Okay. This is I can't thank you enough. I mean, I think I'll try to sneak out every once in a while and come here, practice my juggling. Like you said, maybe I can talk to Valbar and he can get me a spot to do some.
Hey, I mean, if you are so terribly mistreated, then don't go back. Just stay here.
She's gonna say, I must go back. He'll notice I'm gone, and he'll know something's up. Please, let me stay here. I'll watch the show, and your kindness is enough.
Very well.
She's going to just kind of almost like just stand up, walk back to the bar. There's definitely a sense of happiness to her now. And she's going to go back to the bar. and get a drink. Meanwhile, those half-orcs come back. Hey, what? He didn't give me any drink.
What? Did you tell him that the gnome called you a derogatory word?
Yeah, Troy, we do a flashback. Like 5 seconds. The orcs
5-second flashback.
The orcs come up to the bar and they're like, guy over there said that this gnome over here, he points over at Valbar, called me a derogatory term, and you guys would give me a drink on the house because of it.
He says that to me?
He says that to Volo, but you're standing right there within earshot. I don't know who this little purple man is.
So I look over at Volo, and I'm just like, I have never talked to those people in my life.
A tusk face. He called him a tusk face.
Are we flashing forward now?
No, I'm looking at the D&D list of racial slurs. Half orc. I couldn't think of any offhand. Say replace derogatory word with tusk face.
He called me a tusk face.
Who did the gentleman over there making at the table?
That guy.
He called you that?
No. Half orc is just gonna say, never mind. and he's gonna go back to All right. At this point, the show is gonna start. All right. And
whoa! Before we move on,
yes,
can I know I was distracted by the tusk face that came up and talked to me, but did I notice her touch his hand?
I want you to go ahead and roll a perception check for
me.
You know what? You're watching everything. You probably did see this.
Okay. That's all. I'm storing that information for later. Valbar is letting that process.
Okay. Let the show begin. 3 strings. Guys, the lights kind of you made the wizards kind of take the lights down. You dim some of the torches. 3 strings. The curtain parts. He's got this super sparkly cape on. Just whips it off, and he's got his lute, and he just goes to town. And it is a mixture of just this beautiful music, but then it gets you riled up and ready to just, cut loose. You see some people fist pumping, even though this is not a fist pumping song. They're just going, it's just allowing everybody to kind of feel different emotions and whatnot. And I want Valbar, Macon, I want you guys to go and roll for me a wisdom saving throw.
Do I get advantage because I hate him?
You do.
Will that work?
That works. Macon.
9.
Okay, this is perfect. This is amazing. All right, so this Valbar, this is business for you. You don't really care about the music. You're just looking around. Everybody's having a good time. It's good. So
I take a little pail, like a little metal bucket, and I put it on one of the charcuterie boards, and it says tips on it, and it starts to float around.
Dude, so people this is not necessarily, he's playing so well in 3 strings. He's a bard. Everybody here now is magically charmed by 3 strings, in the sense that 3 strings is just allowing you to feel this happiness that there is no way that while 3 strings is here, that anyone here in this room could do any harm to 3 strings. He is just like, you see that he is
And why would they want to, honestly?
No, you don't know. There is no reason. He's a creator of arts.
This world lacks joy, and 3 strings is a beacon of light.
And Macon, almost at that time, you see 3 strings just kind of like, he's got a little finger knife, and he goes, and he cuts one of his strings, and he kind of gives you a wink, and it's just his music starts to like diminish a little bit. What do you do, Macon?
I wait for him to call me on stage.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then Three Strings is like he's still playing, and he's doing it, and then he sings this amazing tune, and he's like my song. It is not over yet, but for it to continue, and for me not to be taken, we must call forth Macon. And then make him.
I'm going to jump up on the stage, and I'm gonna smash my lute, not physically, but like
he goes full rock and roll.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast minor illusion and make like pyrotechnics come up.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna start rocking and performing. I'm gonna use my hat of disguise to make my clothes start like shifting through like a more extravagant outfit than what Three Strings is wearing. And altogether, I just want to be way better than him, and like people like almost like he was opening for me.
Okay, so I want you to go ahead and make a performance roll.
With pleasure. Not 20.
Oh my
which means
goodness.
I got a 28 because I get a +8 to perform.
Oh my goodness.
Valbar.
Yeah.
You will describe this, but Valbar, you see Macon playing, and you weren't moved by Three Strings, but I feel like there's a tear that just comes down.
It's slowly rolling down my gnome furry purple face, and it drips onto the floor, and just like poof, like in slow motion, you can see the droplet hit the ground, and oh man, so cinematic and epic.
And then it kind of like through the mist of the drop, it kind of goes on the floor until we're back up at Macon. And then what happens, Macon?
Oh, I can't even describe how moving a performance it is. Really, it would be best shown in film through one of those like slow motion montages where like the crowd is going through 6 different emotions over the course of a period of time, where at one point they're cheering and they're excited, and then I go into a really slow, soulful song and they're crying, and then all of a sudden they're laughing, and they're having such an emotional catharsis that it seems that Three Strings is literally just part of the wall. He's not even there.
He stopped playing because he's just kind of watching you at this point.
It's my swan song that I'm performing right now.
It's so amazing.
The greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Oh my goodness. Are we done? Like
we're done.
With the podcast.
That's it.
We just played the most magical rock show ever.
It's true.
Like what else can we do?
Nothing.
We stole hearts. We don't need to steal dragons.
Guys, this second heist. We've now done 2 heists.
Number 2.
We've
stolen heist.
We've got hats. We've got the hearts of the people. All right.
The hats and hearts.
All right. So, Three Strings. The show comes to a conclusion after about another 2 hours of Macon just jamming. Three Strings just kind of looks at you. Says, I don't know. It was amazing. I don't know what the point is of going on anymore. He says, you know what? He's going to hand you his loot. He's like,
seriously?
He's going to hand him the loot. Okay?
All of that from one nat 20, Jake. Congratulations.
All that from one nat 20.
Man, it is taking everything in my being not to just smash it in front of him. But I'm gonna accept it gracefully, and I'm going to put it over top of the fireplace.
Okay.
As a message to myself that this is the day that I vanquish Three Strings, not with violence, but with the sincerity of my music.
Okay. And when this happens, there is just we kind of over the shoulder of 3 strings, we see Jewel, the juggler. She just kind of looks over across the room, and she's going to stand up, and she's going to walk over to 3 strings. And you can hear her say this, Megan. She's like, "A dear mentor offered me help in my darkest day. Allow me to help you. I know some music." And she's gonna kind of, in 3 strings, go, you can teach me? She's like, I can. Nobody should feel this sadness. And she's going to kind of look over at you, Megan, give you a thumbs up. And as she starts walking out with 3 strings, she's just gonna kind of look over at you and smile and wink. And
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
And he walks out with Jewel the Juggler. Almost as if he had it all planned out at the beginning. Valbar, you see this too.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily.
I just walk. Sorry, go ahead. Not necessarily what?
Not necessarily what? Yeah, not necessarily in a sense. Regardless, making what you were feeling at this moment, whether maybe it wasn't like this love or catharsis, it was more of maybe this was going to be your apprentice, but there's something now in between that. All right.
My character is so torn right now because the relationship he built with 3 strings to get him to get on stage and like perform, like it took a lot of convincing. It wasn't just like, hey, you want to come perform? It was like, okay, there was like negotiation, agents were involved, like it was months of like stuff going on, and now he's gone, played for like a while, but like I don't feel like I got my money's worth.
Okay.
You know, because I booked him, right?
You did. Macon is here, like Macon's kind of sketchy in the sense that when he plays, it's amazing, but when you can get him on stage. 3 strings was supposed to be he was your Tuesday night.
He was my Tuesday night. Now I don't know what I'm going to do on Tuesday night. So Valbar, I guess, is going to go up to Macon with basically a sense of loss, right? And he's going to go up to Macon and just like, he's going to like jump up on a chair because he's like real short, you know, so that he can put his hand on Macon's shoulder and just say, Macon, that was a really good performance. Do you think maybe we could do this every Tuesday?
Sorry, I'm busy.
The people are still like, you see people are still coming up to Macon, like giving you pats on the back. Bolo actually is going to come up to you, Macon.
Is anybody giving me tips?
Is my little tip bucket full?
You know what? Let's find out how. You know, it's overflowing.
Oh,
it's overflowing.
It was actually a really big bucket. It wasn't a little bucket.
It was a barrel.
Let's remember this. Let's not forget, you're a gnome. Everything's big. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, it's big to me.
It's big to you. It's
really
overflowing overflowing with copper pieces. All right. And Volo comes up to you, Macon, and he says, as we pointed out earlier, I wrote a book called Volo's Guide to Everything. And he looks at everybody. I have copies at the bar. If anybody wishes to purchase, I will sign it there. But look, Macon, I lied when I said everything. Because what he kind of puts his finger on your chest, because what that was tonight, that is something I have never experienced before. That was everything.
I know.
And he's gonna say, I have to go write about it. So he's also gonna walk out Valbar, and now you're without a bartender too.
All right, so Valbar is going to look at Macon and go, Macon, you accomplished a lot tonight. I saw the touch of the hand from Jewel. I can only imagine what you're going through right now. After playing that just killer performance, and then having Jewel walk out with 3 strings, that probably doesn't make you feel super good, but you've got us. You've got this bar.
I'm just gonna brush past him, and I'm gonna pull 3 strings' instrument off of the shelf.
Yep.
And first of all, I just wanna. Is this a magic item?
Hold on. Let's see. I don't think it's a magic item. No.
You know where their true magic comes from? 3 strings heart.
Yeah, it's not a magic item.
Okay. Oh wait. I don't think I can do what I want to do.
And don't forget also, like, you guys are doing all this. It's packed here.
But if you think about it, it's really just packed with extras, right?
Are you saying that?
I will. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna look at Valbar. I'm just gonna shake my head, okay, and I'm gonna go out the front door, okay.
As he's leaving, I'm gonna go. No, make it no.
I'm gonna slam the door, and simultaneously, when I slam the door, I'm gonna cast Hat of Disguise, the disguise self, which is at will, and I'm gonna turn into 3 strings, and I'm gonna literally come right back in, like almost a split second, as if I shut the door and coming back in. And I'm going to run to the stage. Everybody, I am a piece of crap. I'm worthless. I am a horrible human being.
Everybody's just really, really confused right now. It just goes. It's very awkward silence.
Is anyone able to see through the disguise?
I don't think so.
No, it just happens. Like we all are.
Well, it is the disguise self spell. If you use a spell to appear thin, to discern that you are disguised, a creature can use its action to inspect your appearance and exceed on an intelligence check against your spell save DC. But if they don't have a reason, because it says it can use my action. So, I mean, if I'm being too weird, then they could. But they're also been drinking all night, so they probably get disadvantage. And also, my second thing is, does the hat have its own spell save DC, or is it my spell?
No, it's yours.
Okay. Well, that's not great.
The hat rolls.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you come in, and then do you just walk out? Do you just leave?
Well, I'm gonna look over. Who's in the crowd race-wise?
You've got.
Whoa! Hold on.
I know there's 2 half-orcs.
There's a mixture of everybody. You've got a lot of gnomes that are here because they like to all support each other's businesses.
That's right. We're a close-knit community.
You are. There's definitely some elves. There's some guards here. It's a hodgepodge. I mean, this is Waterdeep.
All right, perfect. So I'm gonna look out and I'm gonna say, "Oh, look over there! We got a couple pig faces over in the corner, and look at all these little need lickers.
Whoa!
Mushroom suckers. Do we have any? Do we have any knife ears in the crowd? Oh, I see one over there. The stupid tree thumpers.
No, all right. So you start doing this, and there's now like people are visibly muttering, and you start a riot.
All right. So
you're real quick though. Valbar, what are you doing?
I'm just like, I'm real sad. Like 3 strings and we had an agreement. We had, contract was in place.
3 strings?
No, like I'm just looking in disgust. Like he's saying all these terrible things about like my people. Like this is really offensive to me.
I think that if you want, I think that would probably be good enough for you to roll to see if I'm disguised.
Yeah.
Because like you're using your intelligence to say this isn't what the normal three strings is like, and so
Yeah.
you could probably discern it by an intelligence check, possibly.
Why isn't that working? Okay. I feel pretty smart.
Yeah, you definitely know because my spell
that's
save is
you
14.
see that's Macon.
Yeah. So I
Well,
whisper.
you don't necessarily know that it's Macon. You just know that it's somebody disguised as
It's
three
not
strings.
three
But
strings.
because you saw me literally slam the door and then come right back in his three strings, you probably know that it's Macon.
All right. I like a stand up. I mean, I stand up as tall as a gnome can stand, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And like I go in front of Macon / three strings, and I turn around towards the crowd, and I'm like, "What? Listen, this is not the three strings that I know. We've had a lot of discussion together. I know he would never say stuff like that, but I turn around and I look at Macon / three strings, and I say,
from this close, when you turn around, you look, you can see that I have tears welling up in my eyes.
I look and I say, tell me something that only three strings would know.
There's a definite pause.
A hush comes over the room.
I'm gonna break his instrument right in front of Valbar, and I'm just gonna storm out.
Also, Valbar, I want you to make a persuasion roll to see how influenced these people.
Yeah, perfect persuasion.
Right, so these people. All right, so you were able to calm.
Also, everyone give me 20 gold pieces.
No. This is the opposite. You give everybody a drink on the house, maybe an app or two, and people are not going to write you bad reviews for having a racist performer that is there.
That's good. I saved face.
All right, so all right, you did save face. Macon, you start taking off you go outside. Take off.
Yeah. And I'm gonna take off my disguise, and I'm just gonna like sit outside on the stoop.
All right, so
while he does that, everybody's at the bar, and Valbar solemnly looks down at the instrument and kneels down and picks it up, and just like looks up and like off screen.
Off screen what?
He looks off screen.
He looks off screen. Off screen left. Like cinematic. We're talking cinematics right now.
Okay.
He looks at it, and then he looks up and off screen to the left.
Okay. I like it.
The middle distance. You gotta look into the middle distance.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then the other thing is Macon. All right. So here's the question for you. This is all up to you. Why are you really sad?
I don't know. Like I feel like if I personally was in this situation where like I thought that I had got everything that I wanted, and even I think it's one of my character traits as well, is I'm convinced no one could ever fool me in the way I fool others. But then seeing him smile, like the way you described it seems like he was playing me the whole time, like because he got what he wanted.
Exactly. So you may not have cared. You probably didn't care about Jewel.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't care about her, but
wow.
but the sense that three strings, he did. This is kind of what he wanted.
Well, and it seemed like personally that everything that I had just gained, he found a way to take it away again. Like, because I thought I had finally won. I was going to put his instrument on the wall, and he was just going to be subservient to me. And then he was like, oh, see you later, winky, and left. Yeah. And I just, kind of like emotionally wanted to ruin his reputation.
Yeah.
And, of course, it hurt me that Valbar, like, didn't support me. And so that's why I smashed it and, like, went outside. Guys, so I'm not like sad crying. I'm more like emotionally angry and frustrated.
Guys, we are no longer playing D&D, and we are writing a rock opera. All right.
I don't know why he betrayed me. but I know I gotta get back up again.
All right, you get inspiration.
Get that coin on my face.
All
That
right.
had some layers of Jack Black in there.
It did. All right. So,
True.
but while you're sitting out on the curb, the fantasy Waterdeep curb out there.
Fantasy curb.
Fantasy curb.
Mhm.
You hear something in the air.
Do 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 do.
There was something
All right.
in
All
the
right.
air.
Valbar, you also
Yes.
get inspiration.
I'm not even a bard, and I did it.
You did it. Is it? Do I hear sand?
No. You hear a. Let me show you this. Boom.
Oh, no. A flying snake. Oh no.
Yeah. So you hear a flying snake, and it's just gonna fly past you, and it's gonna drop a
Drop a note.
a message tube.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I know who has flying snakes.
He's gonna send you, and it is marked with the wax seal
Of a flying snake.
of a flying snake, the Zentarums. And on that note, we are going to go ahead and take a break with the revelation. Someone wants to speak Jamaican in Valbar, but who is it?
It's the Zentarum.
It's the Zentarum.
Spoilers.
The Zentarum wants to speak to you. All right, so let's go back. We're going to be back in a roughly... All right, we're back. We're back at it again. Okay, after that dramatic events of the evening, the crowd has started to clear out. Successful, moderately. Everybody likes some drama, so there's definitely going to be some people. You've got it. The Trollskull Manor is going to be. You've put yourself on the map now. All right, Macon, you've got this message. You're sitting outside. What do you do?
All right, I'm gonna burn it. No. So, okay.
I would have figured out a way to get you.
And another one is dropped into your
Another
hand.
So, okay. I don't want to be that guy, but what do I know about the flying speed of flying snakes?
It's about 60 feet.
So, well, and I guess my real question is, would I know that somebody would have to be within shouting distance to have sent that missive, or is it like a carrier pigeon type deal where they could be halfway across the city?
It's like a carrier pigeon.
Okay, because I was gonna be dramatic and stand up and start shouting that the coward wouldn't show himself, but
No,
that's fine.
you do that. You do that, but it's like. All right.
I'm gonna go back inside. I'm gonna slip the note into my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Valbar,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna make a gesture to go upstairs.
Okay.
Do I recognize the gesture?
I don't know. Macon, what's the gesture look like?
It's this. I look at him and I go, and then I start walking up the stairs.
All right. There's a few people still milling about, but you've got maybe some other staff here.
Okay, I'm gonna look over at Vola and give
Vola's
him
gone. Remember, he went to go write his new book.
Oh yeah. I look over at Vola's replacement,
Yep.
whose name is
Charlick. It's Charlick.
Lurgan.
What's that?
Charlick. Yeah, Charlick.
It's Charlick.
I go, this is getting really meta. I go, Charlick, keep doing it. Sorry, I gotta get into my character voice. Charlick, keep doing your Charlick work. Make sure this bar gets clean. And then I go upstairs.
Charlick looks over at you. He says, "Right on, sir." Guys, I'm workshopping some different voices. All right, that's
going great.
That's one. Probably won't use that again. All right, so you head upstairs. Upstairs in Trollskull Manor, Rainier has kind of started to set up some of the
The hospital.
the various equipment. So you guys
he's got defibrillators and
yeah.
Beep, beep, beep.
So you're in the common room. I mean, you guys could go upstairs to. Oh, you know what? I like the idea that you guys go up to the 3rd floor to your library and study.
Right, where all Volo's books are at.
Yes, this is your library. And all right, so Macon, Valbar.
I'm gonna go to, I assume, the big table in the middle of the room.
Yep.
And I'm going to put down the note and slide it across the table with the seal showing up.
Yep.
Valbar takes out his reading glasses and puts them over his ears, and then he looks at it really closely.
Yeah. It's a small glass tube. When you break the seal, poison gas comes out, and making you survive because So there's a little thin. It's a small strip of paper that's rolled up, and it doesn't say much, but all it says, it's almost like a fortune cookie kind of piece of paper.
Oh, I love these.
Yeah, and it says, "Want to be part of something big? Speak to Davil Starsong at the Yawning Portal." And then there's the Zentarum symbol there.
Davil what?
Starsong.
Well, seems we have caught the notice of some powerful people.
Yeah, you guys have done a bunch of stuff. For those who don't remember, they got mixed up with the Zentarum way back in the beginning of this, when Floon, the Volo's friend, was kidnapped with Rainier Neverember. The Zentarum originally had done the kidnapping, but they were overwhelmed by the Xanathar Guild. So the Zentarums, all their guys got taken out. You guys also then potentially framed the Zentarum at Froon's Brews by putting their symbol everywhere when you stole his mead. Yeah, so potentially you've caught in the eye of someone named Davil Starsong of the Zentarum. How do you guys want to approach this? It is very late at night.
We think he'll be there if we leave right now?
I mean, who knows? Yawning Portal is open. It's one of those places that's open. All its people are coming and going at all hours of the night. I mean, or you can wait till the morning. It doesn't give a time or anything. It just says, "Speak to Davil."
Macon, I'm nervous about going without Keon. Do you know where he's at?
I would like nothing better than to have Keon back. But it seems he wishes to be anywhere but with his friends.
That is really disappointing. I guess we'll have to go by ourselves, the two of us, and make the riches between the two of us, and not include Keon in all the riches we're going to have.
Very well.
Okay. So do you guys head over to the Yawning Portal right now?
Well, I think we're gonna check to make sure that our new employee can handle it by himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
How competent do we think that this guy is?
Who, Charlick?
He's been doing Charlick work for a little while, right?
He has. I mean, this is why you got it. He was highly recommended by Volo, who's never really worked at a bar before, but he knew a guy named Charlick. Yeah, Charlick's a very old dragonborn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I feel super comfortable with it.
What was my voice again? I
lost it.
Yeah, my name's Charlick. No, guys, that's my old man voice. I go to that. That's like my go-to.
Search it. Just explore a little bit, Tom. Play in the space.
All right. My name is my name is Charlick. Yeah, that's it. My name is
got it.
Charlock. Charlock is here to serve.
I love it.
Master Valbar.
Oh, you lost it.
I did.
You can bring it back. It's just a touch Irish. It's like it's a bad Irish.
Okay, no more like the pan-European accents for Tom. All right, so we're gonna go Charlock. This is how Charlock sounds, guys. New NPC voice. Charlock's like, "Hey, Valbar."
Charlock, you sound strange. It's like your voice is changing.
Yeah,
as we're talking to each other.
It's a dragonborn trait, always changing, ever evolving.
Hey, that's the spirit. Always, always moving forward. Well, I always say that.
Is there something that you need help with?
Yeah, we're just gonna go on a walk. But keep cleaning up the bar. We'll be back shortly.
Okay.
If it's past closing time, just lock up.
Okay, that'll work for me. All right, so you guys head over to the yawning portal.
We're going to go ahead and jump right into that little pit and head right down into Undermine.
Welcome to the RPG Academy presents Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
Yes, we did it.
You guys like? I got a battle map up here now.
That does not bode well for us.
Sick.
It just gives you a representation. All right, so you guys are standing outside the yawning portal. Remember when I was back? I was that naive, young, didn't know what I was doing, streamer, and I forgot what the yawning portal's name was.
Oh, you mean Child Tom?
Yeah, I was
the
Child
one without
Tom.
the beard.
Yeah, back then, Child Tom. What a joke. Beards mean knowledge. So anyway, you guys are standing outside the yawning portal. You guys, if you guys go in, it's a large, expansive bar. Think almost like this is more of like a community, whereas your guys' place is like a dive bar, smaller, more intimate. This is like a community gathering space. It's massive. There's tons of people here. There's guards that just got off their shift. You see Durnan behind the bar. All sorts of stuff is going on. You can get food here. Anything you need. So what do you guys want to do?
I want to scope out their charcuterie. Is it good? Or is it just kind of average?
You know what? Make a investigation roll for me for the charcuterie.
So they just don't have it just like out for people to have?
I don't know. Yeah, you've got to find it. And that's that right there. That is the first mistake. Yeah, it's late.
It's late. And all the charcuterie has already probably been eaten by now.
It has. It's all been cleared out.
Disappointing.
All right. And what do you guys do then? You're looking for Davil's Star Song.
I'm going to walk up to the bar and I'm going to talk to Durnan, our bud.
Durnan, your bud. All right. Valbar, do you walk up with him?
Yeah, I'll walk up with him.
Yeah, why not?
But like I'm kind of unnoticed though because I'm just little. Hey, so like he went in the middle, right? I might like go up on like the outside of one of them.
All right, move your character.
Oh, cool! I have such control.
You don't. Durnan looks over at you guys. Hey, you're the two adventurers who have Volo out. Well, yes. He says, well, I mean, it's good you're making a name for yourself. Well, if you're looking for adventure, Yawning Portal. So where's that?
Oh, yes. Oh, what if we were here looking for a person?
He's gonna kind of person.
Or a humanoid figure. How are we really supposed to know?
I know a lot of people.
Good. This one, he might enjoy gazing at stars and listening to songs.
Durnan's gonna look at you, and he's just going to kind of play with a gold piece at his finger. He says, a little bit of information, eh? You know what? I'm just not feeling it tonight. It's late.
Did he put the gold piece on the table?
He's kind of like hinting that you guys should pay him.
Yeah, I know, but did he just put it back
No,
down on the
no,
table?
he kind of does a little like he's Durnan. He does this little thing with his hands, and then he like disappears, and he goes back to just cleaning his glasswares. I could serve you a drink, though.
I take out one of the copper pieces that I just got out of my big to me bucket, and I just put it on the table. There's more where that came from.
He's gonna take it. Not that like Durnan needs any money, but it's kind of it's the idea that you tip you tip the bartender, and he's gonna give you some information. He's gonna lean over to you guys, and he's going to kind of nod over to a figure seated next to, which you guys right over here, next to the fireplace.
Got it.
You all would be looking for Dava's Star Song, I assume.
So we look over in that direction. What does Dava look like?
You guys see a very regal looking sun elf. But when I say regal, he's wearing adventurer's clothes though, but he's got this kind of air to him of he looks like an adventurer. You see there's a half orc that is kind of is in between you and him, and then also the very large hulking brute of a man. And Davil is standing extremely close to the fireplace, almost in it, and he's just kind of smoking a very long cylindrical silver pipe, and just kind of staring into the fire.
I'm gonna walk up, and I'm going to sit in that chair.
Before you do that, though, Durnan is he's going to kind of grab you by the sleeve, Macon, and he's going to say, he says, just be careful if you take a contract. He's gonna
sure. Yeah.
Durnan looks out for adventurers. Okay. Hold on. Whoa. As you kind of know, these guys stop you.
Which guys?
These two. This large brute of a man, and then this female half-orc. She's just like, hold up. Oh, this is Yagra Stonefist. This is the half-orc who helped you fight that troll at the very beginning.
Aww, reunion.
She's gonna say, whoa. Look, we're in combat one time. That doesn't mean you can just walk on through here. Move along.
Excuse me. Would you like to take a trip down the pit?
They kind of look at each other. They kind of chuckle. Okay.
Babar slowly comes up behind Macon. What's so funny, you guys?
I'm going to kill these.
You better watch what you say. You better watch what you say there, little man.
Tell you what, I'll give you the first hit. Go for it.
You see this. The sun elf kind of looks up. He says, Otis, Agra, just give these men some space. I need no protection. I assume you're here for business. We never deny business.
I mean, if this is the kind of people you employ, I'm not sure about our future dealings. That's for sure.
You know, one can never have too much protection. Now, he's gonna kind of flip them each a coin. He says, "Go buy yourself a drink." And they're gonna look. Yagra's like whatever, but Otis, he definitely gives you a side eye.
I'm gonna give him the finger across the neck symbol.
Okay. Otis you guys see let me see if I can. Pull this up. I'm going to show you a picture of what you. I'm going to show you. Davil.
I don't see it.
I'm working on it, man.
Oh, okay.
He's drawing it with
I'm
pencil.
actually drawing.
Interesting.
He's going to draw it and then scan it into his computer. And then using that, he's going to email it to us.
Oh gosh, my roll 20 may have. No, it's all good. If he may have just freaked out. All right.
Make sure you send it to my Hotmail account.
Uh-oh. Page is unresponsive.
Oh no, it's not responding.
Here we go, guys. Something is showing up. Okay. Show to players. All
It's
right.
coming out of the portal.
All right, so you guys see Davil. All right. And he is like I said, a very regal looking sun elf. And he's gonna say, "Who are you guys?"
You know very well who we are.
Yeah, I do. What was it? I don't know. I don't know your names. I just know that you two may be responsible for the ship that burned in the harbor, weren't you?
Yes, that might have been.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. He says, don't deny it. It's okay. Look. No need to beat around the bush. I'm a representative of the Zentaron. Some of you are familiar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, you all have had some run-ins with us. And the Xanathar Guild.
Yes, we have.
You have. And he's going to take a seat now. All right. I think you all can help me out. Because let me just lay something out. If you ask around, you'll figure this out yourself. The Zentarum are at war.
We know. With the Zenthar's Guild.
Yeah.
But not all the Zentarum are participants in this battle. There's a new rogue sect of Zentarum that have recently moved into Waterdeep. Look, we have a reputation. Sure, we're mercenaries, we're sellswords. We don't just go around sowing chaos, though. We do a job, we get paid, we finish out. We're not cruel, we're not deviant. We're professionals. They're giving us a bad name. Rifts in the loyalty. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely diminished our numbers. City Watch is throwing whoever they can in jail, even if we don't have any. They're just saying, Zents, look, we are a perfectly licensed mercenary guild. I'm recruiting.
I just look at Macon. Do you believe this?
Well, let him finish. Perhaps
keep going.
Somewhat more interesting than he's making out to be. I mean,
Look,
he's very slow at speaking, that's for sure.
What's the offer?
All right, you see, the one other thing is he has all the regal mannerisms of an elf, but he seems to lack the pretentiousness of them. And he's going to say,
I have that.
You have that in droves. He's going to say, okay, this is what I'm proposing to you. All right. You all have already more than proven yourself. There's no need for you to prove yourself more. But what I'm looking for is not necessarily people to join the guild. So don't worry, I'm not asking you to just sign some life debt and become a member of the Zentarum. No, or we'll just say I need contractors. There's certain things the Zentarum have too much heat right now. I can't send my agents out just because they're either going to get killed by Xanathar Guild, they're going to get jumped by this other Zentarums, or they're going to just be arrested by the City Watch for no reason. Then I'm going to have to pay exorbitant legal fees, and I'm going to get them out in 3 weeks. It's this complete just runaround. So what I'm asking you two to do is potentially work for me as agents, just for the time being, until I can blow off some of this heat.
What's in it for us?
What's that?
What's in it for us?
All right. Money and information. I know that you all have opened up the Trollskull Manor. Macon, you've got there's all sorts of rumors going around town about you, but so I know that both of you are, that information that's the currency that we all move nowadays. Look, all right, if that doesn't, this is what I'll also throw in. I can even potentially offer protection for Trollskull Manor.
From whom?
What's that? Anyone. I'll have my guys out there. I mean, you'd be on our watch list. We'll just use protection. It's protection.
And as agents of the Xanathar's Guild,
Xanathar, be careful what you say.
Contractors.
For the
explain
Zents.
to me the contract itself.
What's that? There's no contract. I'm not asking you to sign anything. I'm just asking you to do some jobs for me.
And those jobs, if we decide we don't want to do them, what happens?
I mean, nothing. I'm not gonna. This is way. Remember, the Zentarum. At the end of the day, we're the old guard. Those new ones, we don't pressure you. Whatever. I'm just telling you. Once you start working with us, you're gonna realize we're good people to have in your corner when things get rough. And look, start working with me. I have something there's a pressing matter that I need to get done right now. That's actually kind of why I sent the message to you, because I actually have something that needs to get done now, because I've got a client waiting and I can't do anything about it.
All right, what's the job?
All right, so he's going to sit down. There's a shop in the trades ward. It's called Weird Bottles Concoction. There's a gnome. It's a friend of ours. His name is Schemo. All right? He's made some potions of mind reading for a client of ours. All right? I need you to pick up the potions and deliver them to the God Catcher. You guys know what the God Catcher is, right?
I do, but explain to Macon what do you think that is?
Explain to Macon what you think that is.
Okay, of course, God Catcher. It's one of the large sentinels of Waterdeep, massive statues. This one in the castle ward. There'll be a lady waiting for you. Give the potions to her. She's wearing a purple cloak. I'll pay you, and I'm sure she'll tip.
Sounds good. Let's go do it.
He's gonna look right at you, Macon. Does it sound good?
Sounds good.
Good. He's also gonna just do this and come back. All right. He's gonna kind of take out his pipe, kind of give you a nod, and stand up and go sit next to the fire again.
So I'm gonna look at Valbar, and I'm gonna just give him a little nod, and I'm gonna start heading toward the door. And I want to, if I can, if he's looking at me, I'm gonna shoot a dirty look at Otis.
Otis is looking. Yeah, of course. Otis, you walked away from his boss. Otis is gonna look at you. Otis gives you this big stupid look.
Care to follow me outside, Otis?
Davil just Otis. He's a bard. He wants you to do that. Davil just shakes his head. Otis goes and sits by Davil.
That's what I thought, big man.
He kind of, and he's gonna grab a chair and he's gonna throw it at you.
I'm gonna tumble as a bonus action, and I'm gonna move out of the way 60 feet in the blink of an eye. Wow, nice throw.
No, but is Valbar's like behind Macon and doesn't see it coming?
What's that?
Valbar doesn't see the chair coming. He's behind Macon, and Macon dashes out of the way, and Valbar's still there.
Oh, so you're saying Valbar's gonna get hit by the chair?
Yeah, Valbar gets the hit.
All right,
Valbar. This is what your words do to people, Macon. He doesn't say that's me.
Valbar gets hit. Durnan stands up. Durnan looks over at Davil. Davil shakes his head. Otis, it's time to go. He's going to look as he's walking out, he's going to look over at you two. He's like, I was quite enjoying that fire too.
Well, it's not my fault that the man is pig-headed.
He is. Just get the job done.
I have a splinter.
Macon, Valbar, you're fine. You're fine.
They've walked away now. There you did your tumble.
Did it.
All right, so are you guys gonna go over to the trades ward to Weird Bottles Concoction to talk to Schemo?
Of course we are.
Let's get some Weird Bottles.
Troy, don't do that again, man.
Let's get some Weird Bottles.
That was my Oprah voice.
Yo got a bottle, and yo got a bottle.
Everyone gets bottles.
All right. You guys head over to...
Oh, he named it after himself.
Schemo Weird Bottle. You guys get to Schemo's shop. And it is he's another gnome. And he is going to... The little bell rings. There's all sorts of potions.
Weird bottles.
Weird bottles.
He doesn't look like a good gnome.
He's going to look at you. No. Whereas you, Valbar, just look at you. Just look at you.
You clean cut, looking fly.
Yeah. You walk into Weird Bottle's shop, and he's going to just look up at you guys. Can I help you?
Yes, we're here on a business.
What kind of business?
Business of the flying snake variety.
He's just going to look at you, shake his head, walk back into the back room. And he's
when he walks into the back room,
yeah,
I'm going to...
Nobody's guarding the stuff now.
Yeah, nobody's guarding the stuff now. I'm going to take a couple bottles randomly off the shelves.
Okay, all right, this is good. I like this. All right, you're going to get it's almost like a cylinder. Think a cylinder with a flat top and then a screw lid on it, and it's full of this like green kind of... It's a very viscous, sparkly liquid. All right. And the other thing that you get is it's a clear. It almost looks like water. But there are just cubes, blue cubes floating in it. All right. You grab those bottles before Schemo comes back. He just kind of looks at you. Puts a black box, small black box, roughly yay big, puts it down. It's got a silver latch on it. He unlatches it, opens it up, and there's three vials in there. Very thin vials. It's going to shut it. All right. Client's waiting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Also, I do have a question. Do you have any empty vials for sale?
I mean, of Of course. This is Weird Bottle Shop. He's gonna pull out a box. Is there 5 copper a piece?
All right, I'll buy 3.
So yeah, he's gonna give you just like maybe 3 circular bottles.
We want
Spherical.
the weirdest bottles you have.
No, I'm gonna grab bottles that look exactly like the bottles in the case.
Okay, bottles like that are in the what?
In that case.
Okay, you take those. Okay.
1 copper piece. And then we're gonna go outside.
Okay.
And I want to use my forgery skills to basically make the bottles look identical to the bottles in the box.
Okay. Make a skill check for that.
Will do.
It's,
I rolled an 11.
It's rough, but with this quick switcheroo and some talking, nobody will notice.
I'm going to use my inspiration just in case.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll again. 25.
It's perfect.
Awesome.
All right.
But now you got to make sure they're labeled properly.
Now, the liquid inside. What does the liquid look like inside of the bottles in the case?
In the case, it is. Let me look here. Hey.
Yo, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, no. This is so. Let's look here.
It's Friday. Friday.
No.
Gotta get down on Friday.
Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
It is all right. So the potion, it's a dense purple liquid and has an avoid cloud of pink floating in it.
All right. I'm going to open one of the bottles, and I'm going to pour a third of it into each of my counterfeit bottles.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cut it with water.
Okay. So basically,
I have 3 watered down potions, and I'm going to put those in the case, and I'm going to pocket the 2 potions of mind reading for myself.
Okay, you're gonna put. Okay, that'll work. All right, so you're now going to do all this. Falbar, what do you feel about Macon's wheeling and dealings?
Well, and I'm going to walk him through what I'm doing. Like, I'm explaining it to you as I go. Like, I'm trying to teach you a little bit of the traits. Keon's not there.
It's a full Breaking Bad, and you're like, all right.
Science.
Yes.
Science, people.
Rules.
So you are going
breaking Bill Nye's copyright now. Science rules.
All right. So you guys do all this. You head down to the castle ward. The castle ward is it's like the near the center of Waterdeep. It is where all of a lot of the palatial just government buildings, wizards towers are here. It's crazy. And you guys are going to see the God Catcher. All right. All right, so what it is these statues were originally put in place as protectors of Waterdeep way back in the day. These things are absolutely massive. And then back in the Spell Plague, yeah, we're going deep, guys. Back in the Spell Plague, these things came to life to protect Waterdeep. And now the God Catcher, which is probably one of the most famous ones, it's this massive one that's holding its hand up to the sky. And it is like half stunk from when it froze again. All right? It is nowhere near. It's only about a third of it is above the ground. And you guys were instructed to meet with somebody who was, they'd be wearing a purple cloak, and they would have a coach that they would be waiting in. All right? So you guys scan the crowd for a while, and you think you see a black coach that has 2 black stallions attached to it that potentially matches what you guys, who are you looking for? How do you guys want to proceed now?
I'm going to use my hat of disguise
Okay.
to make myself look like what's his name? Stargazer.
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Song.
Star Song.
Star Song. Yes. I gotta make sure that's. Yeah, Star Song. Davil Star Song. Okay.
And I'm gonna wink at Valbar. I'm gonna say, "Let's get some money, buddy."
Oh, okay, like we always do. I didn't think that needed to be said, but we
Well, I'm gonna
you
say it
did
anyway.
for
That's how I always-
exposition.
For those listening on the podcast, we are going to make some money.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, you're looking like Davil Star Song. Valbar, what do you look like?
I look like Valbar. I've got my nice purple and gold suit on.
Yep.
And I'm just looking at so fly.
Okay. So you guys approach the carriage. All right. The window kind of comes down. The figure looks at you. And it's kind of like also like it's underneath a tree. It's in the kind of the shadows, but it's a bustling city, and a female voice, hooded, purple hood, kind of you can't really see beyond beneath the hood. Looks down at both of you two. It's gonna say, "Devil, what are you doing? If somebody sees you here, you're going to incriminate the both of us."
I know. Keep your voice down. I don't have that much time.
Get in now.
I'm
She's gonna
climb
open
in.
up the door.
Does she let me in too,
Yeah.
or just okay?
Yeah, both of you. She's gonna kind of you really can't you see a female's because a female face, but human or elf, you really can't tell. The hood of her face, it kind of comes down, and beneath her hood, you see she's also wearing a mask.
Hmm.
Do you have
What does the mask look like?
It's a very it's a black mask with kind of purple fringes around it. Do you have what I purchased?
Yes. And I hand her the box. We don't always deal with mask lords, but it is something we appreciate doing as part of
When you say mask lord, she kind of chuckles at that. She says, "You know what? I never even realized the irony in it all. It is quite funny, after all."
So anyway,
there was some payment meant to be had.
Yeah.
Payments? She says, "I've already paid you enough."
You haven't paid me anything though.
Who are you?
I'm Valbar, by the way. Brought along to help.
This is the new associate of yours?
Yes, he's a trainee.
But a very good one. Well qualified.
Yes. We like to show how well tipping our associates can be.
She says, "Oh my word. Oh my word. When are you never not a mercenary?" And she's gonna throw you, Valbar, a little bag, and it kind of jingles.
I look inside it real quick and do like quick math. How much do I think is in there?
What's that?
If I do some quick math, some quick Valbar money math.
25 gold points.
Yes. I'm gonna write that down.
She's gonna. So you know that this is like a potential. She's gonna look at you guys. Then she's gonna say, "What are you doing here still? Get out."
All right.
And you still, like, the whole time she's been cloaked. Davil, get out of my carriage. I need to go now before the watch you're sure to be reported. You shouldn't be on the streets. You're insane. There's too much heat on you right now.
Can I charm person?
Yeah, you can try.
Oh my god.
Do it.
Here I go. Wisdom saving throw. Good luck.
I'm going to also, I'm not even going to show it on the screen because I don't want to ruin this for our audience. Okay. Wisdom saving throw?
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw.
Roll bad. Roll bad. Roll bad. Roll bad. What did he roll? What did he roll?
I rolled a nat 1.
A nat 1! Ultimate failure.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what are you trying to do here?
I want to get her to take off her mask and pull the cloak off of her head so that we can see her face.
So she's gonna. What do you know? Describe to me what you say.
So Valbar, he's jumped out of the cab. The door's still open, and he looks back up and he goes, "I'm sorry, I introduced myself, but I never got your name. And such a great businesswoman such as yourself. Yeah, I would love to look upon your face and just hear what your name is. Maybe we could do business in the future."
All right, so you guys are going to be. You're standing outside of the the carriage now, right?
I am. I think he's still inside.
Yeah, I'm still inside.
Okay.
In the darkness.
You're still in darkness.
Yeah.
You chopped out Valbar.
Yeah, I'm a gnome though.
All right, and she's going to look at you, flip down her mask, and she's going to say, "I'm the Black Viper, of course." And then that's where we're going to end it.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Yes. And when she does this, though, she's going to you're still going to sit in the carriage. You see when she flips, it's got it's this black mask that kind of comes down on her cheeks. Yeah, for whatever reason. All right, she kind of looks like if you were to have she kind of looks like the Huntress from Batman comics. Yeah.
I was just gonna say that she looks like she has like a Netflix special coming out soon.
Oh, for sure. All right, that's it. You guys have done some work for the Zentarum, caused some drama in the entertainment world of Waterdeep, and
you've also pulled off another heist.
You've pulled let's not forget.
Mm-hmm.
1 point
we stole
for
hearts.
hats and 1 point for hearts. Now we just need
3rd point for potions.
Oh man, you should have came up with something for with an H so we could have some alliteration. But anyway,
we'll workshop it.
Yeah,
we'll workshop it.
We'll figure that out. So and you've met the notorious Black Viper. What does this mean for Valbar now? Is the rumor true that anyone who sees the Black Viper's face dies the next day? Who knows? But we'll find out.
Will his Sand Guardian Master save him?
Ooh, yeah.
All of this on Netflix coming this spring 2019.
Yeah, guys, we got optioned for a new deal. All right. So no, yeah, I need to make sure I need to write down on a big old note card that just says sand and just stick it right on my desk so I don't forget that. Because man, I'm just gonna have it happen at the most inopportune time.
Yeah.
It's gonna all of a sudden this big sand creature. What's his name? I can't remember. Basically, Sandman from Spider-Man 3.
It's the Sandman.
It's the
for
Sandman
Sure.
from Spider-Man 3. He's gonna pop up and he's just gonna say, "Your debt is due," and then Valbar is gonna get like sucked into the sand, and then Troy's out of the game. All right. All right. This has been another episode of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We will be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, and we will be moving on to chapter 3 of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And guys, wait for it. We will finally find out where Keon Seabrook has been. What he's been up to. Because next week in our mid-season finale, we usher in the return of Caleb.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Not next week.
Not next week.
It's next week.
And that's not the mid-season finale. There's no mid-season finale. This is Dungeons & Dragons. We just play. All right, guys. So, it has been real. Don't forget, like and subscribe.
Cap us in the chats.
Cap us in the chats. I still don't know what that means to this day. Good.
Derogatory.
Okay. Is it? Have I been saying derogatory?
It's not true.
All right. Guys, don't. They get me to try. They try to get me to say stuff, guys. All right.
Sometimes we don't even have to.
I know, right? So, like and subscribe. Make sure so you can get all the notifications when we go live. Right, don't forget we are doing a lot of cool stuff on our Patreon right now. You can go to Patreon, search for the RPG Academy. We're doing a lot of new mini podcasts, Patreon exclusive. We are doing every month. We're releasing a new 1-page Dungeons and Dragons adventure. Lots of other cool things. You can follow me on Twitter at BezcarTom. Troy, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, on the internets, and I am at Troy Hufford, Hufford. I do a lot of football and soccer stuff. SC Cincinnati.
Yes.
So.
Sports. Yeah. All right.
Tom hates it.
Jake, we've already been over this, but remind the people once again where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me at my house, at my place of employment. You can find me at the Waffle House sometime.
Waffle House, Jake's second house.
This is like a Mitch Hedberg joke where he's like, "You're probably more likely to find me at the store." Check it out, Mitch Hedberg, R.I.P.
Thank you for the plug.
R.I.P. Mitch Hedberg.
Guys, we're plugging Mitch Hedberg now. You can thank us for that, Mitch Hedberg. Well, no, he can't. All right, so but
wow. Wow.
So anyway, don't forget, if you're having fun, you're doing it right. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.